Excuse me. Okay, we're going to call to order the Watsika City Council regular meeting of Tuesday, September 24th, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. Please call the roll.
Anderson.
Here.
Mensch.
Here.
Cahill.
Here.
Rolfs.
Here.
Marcier.
Here.
Miller.
Here.
Villar.
Here.
Bergery.
Here.
8 present.
Okay, if everybody would stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, at this point, we need a motion to approve the City Council regular meeting minutes of August 27, 2024. We need a motion and a second, please.
Second.
So move.
Did we have a second?
Second.
Yami.
Okay, Yami, okay. All right, roll call, please.
Villar.
Aye.
Cahill.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Marcier.
Aye.
Anderson.
Aye.
Rolfs.
Aye.
Bergery.
Aye.
Mensch.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 5, we have the honor of swearing in a new police officer to our force, and that's Nick Juarez. If you could step forward to the podium. I'm going to probably do 3 words just to help me. Okay, if you'd raise your hand, please. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Illinois,
and the state of Illinois,
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the officer of, of the office of the police officer for the city of Watsika,
of the office of the police officer for the city of Watsika
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
All right. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome aboard.
Okay, this is the time for public comment. Does anybody wish to step forward to the podium? If you do, please state your name for the cause and for the record.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. If
Okay.
you could state your name, please.
I'm Pat Warren with Watsika Community Renewal, 501c3 nonprofit organization which we are forming. Our first project is to save the Stephen Brothers Opera House, also known as the J.C. Penney Building. I spent the last week in a small town in New Jersey where I grew up, which in its day was great. There were shops, restaurants, things to do for all ages, a great place to grow up. Then it went into decline, not unlike Watsika. When I got there Sunday before last, I really could not believe my eyes. It was fantastic. I was shocked, absolutely shocked. I talked to several business owners. They all said the same thing. The city and a citizens group worked together to revitalize the town over the last few years. We're seeing this going on here in Illinois. Just take a drive down to Paxton and see them revitalizing their downtown. Our downtown is just now starting to show some positive changes. This is a good thing. So, with that, I want to make some comments about the 5,000 square foot elephant in the room. Fact number 1, Watsika has already spent money on engineering and architectural surveys and reports. Number 2, cost of demolition is known to be higher than the cost of roof and stabilization. Most people in this community do not realize this fact. So I have to ask myself, why? Why would we choose to spend a greater amount to demolish? Makes no sense. We have an opportunity to transform this historical gem of a building, which can attract new businesses, visitors. Plus, we could continue revitalizing our entire community. We need to create more things to do for adults, young adults, kids, seniors, everyone in the coming years. We need to save this Opera House building. So I urge you on the council, please vote to save it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Any other for public comment?
Yeah.
State your name, please, sir.
Hello, I'm John Don Hugh, and I'm also with the Community Renewal Group. I'll try not to be redundant and talk about items we've talked about in previous council meetings. First of all, this is not only about saving the Opera House, but helping Watseka survive in the 21st century. I looked at population numbers before I came. I'll sort of show you a graph here I found online. From 1980 to 2010, 30 years, the population fluctuated in Watseka between 5,200 and 5,500 people. Then from 2010 to 2024, 14 years, the population dropped around 4,400. That's a 20% decline. That's scary. Like Pat said earlier, we're starting to see some good signs thanks to the efforts of the mayor and the city council. We have a few new businesses downtown, a couple new restaurants, a new business going in Urarco, I think it's called Alliance. So we feel this is not the time for another lot in the middle of downtown that won't help the city grow or generate revenue. We want more people to move here and stay here. How do we do that? More businesses and more entertainment. We can do this, but we need to draw a line in the sand now. The Opera House is a great anchor building to help revitalize downtown and Watseka. We envision in the Opera House the first floor to be a multi-use facility, that the first floor can be one large room or divided into several smaller rooms. That can be for city events, meetings, dances, classes, children's activities. We're open to suggestions on that. The second floor, the actual Opera House space, will be brought back to life with a 600 to 800 seat venue. That allows us to have larger events such as concerts, large gatherings, competitions. Someone had mentioned to me in the Midwest there's all these cheerleading competitions. We can have one of those because there is a 20-foot high ceiling in that room. And the basketball team back in the early 1900s actually played there. So this is something we can do. We can make this facility a monetarily self-sufficient plus building. The city will make revenue from sales taxes that we generate and possibly add a spatial event tax to the tickets that we sell in connection with large events. This can be a win-win for both the city and the community. Because we are a nonprofit foundation, we give back to the community then. Some examples are the local schools, the hospital, and continuing revitalizing downtown Watseka and the rest of the city. This can add to the quality of life for everyone, generate new businesses and jobs, more revenue for the city, help stop the decline in population, and hopefully reverse it. We can do this, but we need to work together. Time is our worst enemy. ServPro took a look and took air samples of mold in the building. It wasn't as bad as what they anticipated and said it could be remediated. But they did say the longer it goes, the worse it'll get. So it needs to be fixed soon. If the city can fix the roof and stabilize the building like was planned and do it soon, that will give us time to continue setting up our 501c3, which could take up to 6 months for us. Then we can obtain larger donations or possible loans, which at this time we cannot receive. Then we can bring the Stevens Brothers Opera House back to life. Remember, our worst enemy is time. It's getting worse by the day. Something needs to be done now. In finishing, I talked to the our state senator, Tom Bennett, at the Family Fest, and he made a statement I agree with. He said Watseka represents rural America. This is true. So this is our chance to make Watsika not just survive, but thrive once again. So let's all help Watsika. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else on public comment? Okay, we'll call the end of the public comment. And the next item number 7 is ordinances, resolutions, agreements, and proclamations. We have a few today, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. I'm gonna, well, you know what? Anybody want to take one out? Okay. So with that, I need a motion to set the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mensch,
Aye.
Anderson,
Aye.
Marcier,
Aye.
Cahoe,
Aye.
Delar,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Baragry,
Aye.
Rolfs.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, now we need a motion to accept the consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
Roll call when you're ready.
Cahoe,
Aye.
Delar,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Baragry,
Aye.
Marcier,
Aye.
Mensch,
Aye.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Anderson.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, we're moving on to committee reports. Finance, legal, and audit. Benny, it looks like you got just a few.
All right. First thing is the claims in the amount of $303,466.55, and I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Delar,
Aye.
Anderson,
Aye.
Cahoe,
Aye.
Marcier,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Baragry,
Aye.
Mensch.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Accept and place on file the August Treasurer's Report.
So move.
I'll second that.
Roll
Roll
call when
call.
you're ready, please.
Baragry,
Aye.
Cahoe,
Aye.
Delar,
Aye.
Mensch,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Marcier,
Aye.
Anderson,
Aye.
Rolfs.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, the next item that was approved in committee was do not demolish the J.C. Penney / Opera House building. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Anderson,
Hold on.
Gotta put it in
Discussion.
form of a question.
Okay. All right. So, first of all, there might have been a little bit mix up on the last. Really, at no time do you make motions not to do something, so that's on me. But the question is on the floor, and a motion's been made. So, discussion. Go ahead.
I'd like to read a prepared statement. Recently, a question was presented to me regarding my stand concerning the Opera House J.C. Penney building, and I feel the need to address my position to make it clear. As I have stated at the previous council meetings, I don't want to see any historical building razed without a good reason. I also believe the safety concerns related to the building that were pointed out before I assumed my alderman's position were made very clear and are reflected in the record of previous meetings. The safety of our residents and the liability to the city and taxpayers were behind my stand to follow through with the decision to raise the building as discussed and voted on in previous meetings. Since the delay in the beginning the demolition process occurred and the preservation group has stepped up in an attempt to save the building, my stand has been clear. Give the property to them, relieving the taxpayers from the burden and the liability. And now, since the majority of the council voted at a committee to not raise the building, the liability and the burden will continue to be on the taxpayers of Watsika until that vote takes place or until the transfer takes place. So now, I would like to offer up a suggestion. Since it would benefit both sides of this equation, the taxpayers of Watsika should be allowed to formally express their opinion by casting a vote on this topic at the upcoming consolidated election that takes place on April 1st, 2025. And to have this question placed on the ballot in the form of an advisory question. The requirements are set forth by state statute, and I'll read you a portion of it. Advisory questions 10 ILCS 5/28-1. An advisory referendum is a method for gauging public opinion. Results are not binding on the unit of government. Unless otherwise specified, an advisory question placed on the ballot by petition is subject to the general petition requirements found in the election code, which means the petitions must be signed by the registered voters in the district. In other words, you got to be a registered voter in order to sign this petition. And the number of signatures required is at least 8% of the total votes cast for candidate for governor in the preceding gubernatorial election, within the city limits, the district impacted by the public question. The petitions for public question shall be filed no less than 92 days prior to the election date, and that date is Monday, December 30th. I feel that we need to follow these guidelines and let the taxpayers express their feelings in this formal way by having the question for or against spending any more taxpayer dollars. This isn't a decision on whether to tear it down or not, just whether or not to send taxpayer dollars on the upcoming April 1st ballot. And just remember, you must be a registered voter to sign the petition. During the time between now and the results of the question is answered on the ballot, I strongly feel this council should suspend any motions or votes that authorize spending on this building with one exception. We need to prevent any further damage from occurring to the adjacent buildings. This has already been approved by the council, and that decision needs to be followed. The city of Watseka is the current property owner and is potentially liable for any damage our building is causing to properties owned by others, and that needs to be prevented. Since the decision of the majority of this council has already been made at committee level to stop any actions to demolish this property, it must also be recognized that the majority of this council believe this building is no longer a hazard or a liability to the taxpayers should it collapse. This being considered, delaying expenses related to this property should not be an issue. Waiting for the poll results in April would also provide ample time for this organization wishing to save and restore the property to finalize their non-for-profit status and begin to raise funds to undertake this substantial task. As for any future expenses, the members of this council need to take into consideration the feelings of their constituents. The results of the poll and the ballot will provide with this direction.
Okay.
And I have drawn up a petition already. It does not require any kind of action from this council. I've been in contact with Clerk Server from the county level, and states that if these petitions are signed and the numbers are achieved, it will be placed on the ballot. That way, everybody, whether you be in favor or against, will have your own voice at the poll, and the numbers will be set forth. But again, this body does not have to take that word and act on it. This is nothing more than a fact-finding mission, but it'll
Okay.
give everybody in the community, whether you can come here for a meeting or answer on public, Facebook or whatever, you go to the polls and you vote.
Right. Okay, thank you, Scott. With that in mind, we do have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call when you're ready.
Anderson,
I feel it's premature, so no.
Ross,
Aye.
Cahill,
Aye.
Marcier,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Delar,
No.
Baragry,
No.
Mensch.
Aye.
Your motion carried 5 to 3, sorry, 5 to 3.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, Benny, your next item.
Is this the right question, or formed the right way? To hire Carlisle Group to send out a RFP for $22,000 so that we can get contractors to bid on the roof repair. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Marcier,
Aye.
Baragry,
No.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Anderson,
No.
Mensch,
Aye.
Cahill,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Delar,
No.
5 to 3 again.
Okay, next item is to donate $500 to the Watseka FFA for their efforts in helping out with some Watseka events,
I'll make
including.
that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Anderson,
Aye.
Mensch,
Aye.
Cahill,
Aye.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Marcier,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Delar,
Aye.
Baragry,
Aye.
motion carried.
Next item is to hire Civic Plus for the web developer cost of $4,758 yearly with a one-time fee of $850. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Delar,
Aye.
Cahill,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Marcier,
Aye.
Anderson,
Aye.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Baragry,
Aye.
Mensch,
Aye.
motion carried.
That's it for finance and legal and audit.
Okay, Public Works, Water and Wastewater.
There's three things come out of Public Works. Was first to approve
to NPDES permit renewal to Robinson for a fee of $9,200. And I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Roll call when you're ready.
Mensch,
Aye.
Anderson,
Aye.
Marcier,
Aye.
Cahill,
Aye.
Delar,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Faragher,
Aye.
Rolfs.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Same thing we already
Next is a proposal for development of a source water protection plan to Robinson Engineering for a fee of $9,700. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call when you're ready.
Cahill,
Aye.
Delar,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Faragher,
Aye.
Marcier,
Aye.
Mensch,
Aye.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Anderson.
Aye.
Motion carried.
And the last is to approve for a new test well for the cost of $3,000 in Lauren. That's on North Street.
Yeah, that's an additional 3,000.
Okay. I'll make that motion to do so.
Second.
Roll call when you're ready.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Delar,
Aye.
Anderson,
Aye.
Cahill,
Aye.
Marcier,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Faragher,
Aye.
Mensch.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, that being it for Public Works, Water, Wastewater, Public Safety.
Okay, I'm going to need a motion to promote Auxiliary Officer Ashley Sebring to Sergeant.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call when you're ready.
Faragher,
Aye.
Cahill,
Aye.
Delar,
Aye.
Mensch,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Marcier,
Aye.
Anderson,
Aye.
Rolfs.
Aye.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to set up testing dates for the new list, which is Sergeant and Lieutenant.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call when you're ready, please.
Anderson,
Aye.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Cahill,
Aye.
Marcier,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Delar,
Aye.
Faragher,
Aye.
Mensch.
Aye.
Motion carried.
And I need a motion for a memorandum of agreement to the police union contract, allowing reimbursement for a master's degree.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call when you're ready.
Marcier,
Aye.
Faragher,
Aye.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Anderson,
Aye.
Mensch,
Aye.
Cahill,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Delar.
Aye.
Motion carried.
That's it.
Okay,
Next,
code.
okay. Under code, we have facade grant. First one is at 331 East Walnut Street for $5,000 to Elizabeth McTaggart, and I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Anderson,
Aye.
Mensch,
Aye.
Cahill,
Aye.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Marcier,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Delar,
Aye.
Faragher.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Our second one is at 216 East Walnut for $5,000 to Dale Strow, and I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call when you're ready, please.
Delar,
Aye.
Cahill,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Marcier,
Aye.
Anderson,
Aye.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Faragher,
Aye.
Mensch.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Liquor Committee, okay, we met. There's an A1 liquor that's on premise and packaged. They'd like to be able to sell bottles of wine when they open up. And that is to be issued to Elizabeth McTaggart for the 131 East Walnut. It was the green metal building. I think that used to be the old Casual Town. She's getting ahead of the game. And committee approved adding another one and they are not interested in gaming. So I think that makes it a little more.
I thought we didn't have to add one. Thought there was one.
No, we had taken off all the extras in order to kind of control the gaming. So we need a motion and a second to approve that.
So move.
Second.
Question on the motion.
Yep.
Can you define what is the Class A1?
Yes, that is package and on premise. And that's
So-
beer, wine, and liquor.
So in other words, they have the same license as any of the regular establishments here in town?
Yes,
like
sir.
Traditions or anything?
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were applying strictly for a license that had to do with wine, something that was a lower scale.
Well, there's a beer and wine, but she said that they would also like to sell liquor.
I don't remember having that discussion at committee. So,
Well, this was at the liquor committee, but
oh, okay, that's.
I mean,
right.
they added it at a later date. I mean, is there an issue?
I'm just curious. I mean, I didn't think we had one that was available to us.
We don't, and we did that purposely. We got rid of the extra beer and wine and the full A1s and As, strictly for the fact of controlling gaming. We found out that they don't want gaming, so we went ahead and approved it on that
But
basis.
does that not set a precedent for somebody else to come forward and?
If
ask
there's
for
a
the same
viable establishment, I think we need to look at them.
Okay, I'm just curious. 'cause
No,
I
no,
didn't
that's
think
fine.
We had an A1 that was available at all. I knew that when McSkee's closed, we took that liquor license away and shelved it.
Right, we shelved all the beer and wine
Okay.
and on premises, or A1s and As.
Just wanting it to be defined.
And that was strictly to control gaming,
Okay, understood.
okay?
Thank you.
And I don't know where we were. Were we at
We're
a...
at a second. You need to call for a roll call.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mensch.
Aye.
Anderson.
Aye.
Marcier.
Aye.
Cahoe.
Aye.
Delar.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Baragry.
Aye.
Rolfs.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, miscellaneous. I can tell. You want to do this one, Dennis, since
Sure.
it's close to your heart?
12 to 12:15.
There you go.
12 to win, 115? No, 4 to 7.
That's a long time of trick or treat.
All right, we need a motion and a second.
So move.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Cahoe.
Absolutely.
Delar.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Baragry.
Aye.
Marcier.
Aye.
Mensch.
Aye.
Rolfs.
Aye.
Anderson.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, I think Kathy was to have made copies of the donation for the physical therapy for the hospital. It's still a little bit premature if we want to shelve that, but I think you could do a monthly, yearly, and I think we were talking about the lowest one was $2,500, and I think we were talking for an annual contribution, but if some of you guys don't have that, we can definitely shelve it.
John, let's put it in my meeting next month.
You got it. All right. Okay. Let's see. Other public. I'm just, and I'm conceding Jenny and Scott's as far as holding off on doing this Opera House. I guess the thing that I'm looking at with downtown is all of a sudden we have young people willing to invest in our city, and some existing, and we've done with a little bit of money. We've been on a lucky streak, and I know we've had a letter from Mayor Curtis from Kankakee, a letter from Mayor Street from Lockport. We've talked to the mayor at Chatsworth, and these partnerships with community and government seem to be working. It seems to spur on some additional economic development, and should we or should we not show an interest by the city government to reinvest in ourselves? But just some things that we've had, and again, strictly by luck, the dance studio, that got taken over. They put a nice mural on the side of their building. The Silo Pub put a great mural on theirs. They've also had other facade grants. LaPotte's did a new paint job on the front. We have TNS, the Old Travel Discoveries. 2 businesses are going in there. I believe one's a barber or a hairdresser, and the other one's a wind farm. Divine Realty, a.k.a. Charms Building. There's 2 new businesses there. Mary's Emporium has recently asked for a facade grant, and I think are going to take down those signs on the side. And then the McTaggart Building. So, I understand where people are coming from. I guess the thing that I'm looking at is, and I want to get this out there because I think there's kind of a mixed case out there, but to demolish, we're looking at, and I pass this out and I have extras in some of the crowd, and I forgot looking out here at her mom. I'm sorry I don't know her married name, but Mackenzie Schuler did the headquarters, and that building's looking fabulous too. So I'm sorry I forgot her married name. But, we have young people willing to invest, and that's when towns start to thrive, okay? So looking at the, from Lee Farms, if you look on that page, the $295,400, we have the expenses for the business next door to be closed at $8,100. We have Solid Rock Masonry, that's between $4,800 and $149,000. Depending on what has to be done to that wall. You have Solid Rock Masonry, there has to be a cap on the top of that wall for $13,000. Next page, solid rock masonry. This is the sealer. They always put a sealer on this to try and prevent the weather from coming in. There's a structural engineer investigation report that we did for $2,700. Another one for the design of the roof. And we have the solid rock masonry. Finally came in with their bid, and that's sort of a tuck pointing for the foundation below at $19,000. Little over. And then we also have solid rock, and this is to pull all the plaster. So right now, for demolition, we're looking at a range between $411,748 to $511,748. We have the 224 Carlisle estimate, and this is on stabilization and buttoning up from the elements. There would have to be a roof estimate gathered from this, and that's why the reason for the 22,000, but it was listed separately. But if you look at the second page that I passed out to you folks, the very bottom item is it's 20,000 for the A&E design fees, and for permitting it's 2,024. So that 22,000 is already built into the 224,767 for a total of 250,767. The only other thing I'd say we have to add is the 4,000. I think that's in that total.
John, when is the date on this that you have from the Carlisle group that we're seeing?
That would be on the letter that was passed out a while back.
So this is a while back.
Yeah. And I'm going to give you that. There's going to have to be some update.
Hold on a second. But we just approved $22,000 to go back to the Carlisle group to send this same information out for bid again.
No. What's going to happen there is the first one we got for the 4,000 was very broad. This will say you need this metal on the ends of the trusses in order to secure it. So this is going to be more specific.
Well, I know.
This is what contractors are wanting.
But don't we need to, before we start comparing apples to apples, don't we need to have both apples?
Yeah, we absolutely have to get that report done so we have.
So what you're
so we can
saying
get
is,
the rest of the numbers.
by throwing out the numbers for demolition and then comparing them to numbers which we don't have yet, isn't that being a little premature? Shouldn't we wait before we?
I will say that there might be some adjustment for inflation.
Sure. I'm just saying
I don't know how much.
We just need to look at both sides and make that decision when we have both sides.
And that's fair.
And Scott, that's why we are going with Carlisle
Understood.
to get an RFP so that, and we have more than one roofing contractor ready to bid on this
Good.
job.
I'm glad.
We have competitors ready to go. I will also add one thing, that the roof repair will include the west wall for Mary's building.
And seeing what the cause is.
It will be included in that bid.
Yeah, we got to see what the cause is. That's the first thing the insurance company's
whether
gonna
it's
ask.
whether it's in the bid or not, we already voted to make whatever repairs were necessary to prevent any other damage to her building. So we can't hold off on that. We can't keep that hostage. We need to do that, and we need to act on that sooner than later.
I think we said we'd look into it, Scott. So that would be turning it into our insurance company.
Okay.
The first thing we're going to ask is, what is the city doing wrong, and what is the cause? So
I'm just saying
what we need to find out from the.
It's being implied by Benny. What he just said is it's going to be part of this next level of proposal.
I just meant it's not going to be forgotten, and it's not going to be put on Mary. It's going to be taken care of.
As far as finding out the cause, yes.
Yes.
Okay. The other thing I'm passing out, this is in regards to, it's a couple stories. We tried doing this a while back. This is trying to get a police pension obligation bond. Back when the rates were good, this would have been a savings of about $1,300,000 over the life of this bond. 2040, we have to be at least 95% funded. We would be 100% funded. It would not be 100% paid for, but we'd also control our payments. Because if you remember on some of the, and I think I included that in there, if you take a look, about 2035, where our normal contribution is anywhere between $4,000 and $600,000. With the bond, the highest it'll go is $700,000. But when we got to doing nothing, which is the avenue we chose, and then again, this is when rates were good, all of a sudden we're looking at $800,000 contribution, $900,000, and $1 million contribution. And if we don't have something in place, the only place we have to go is property taxes for whatever administration's in there. So You gave me the blessing a couple meetings ago. I'm looking into that. There might be some costs with Nyhart to get them to run those same projections with the rates nowadays, and we just had a rate decrease. So I will be working with them, but there'll probably be a little bit of a bill. I don't know how much at this point, but I think it was kind of minimal last time. But again, I think we need to start looking into that so we can honor our obligation in 2040 of being 95. I think we're at about 11 million total on the pension. And I think we have an unfunded obligation of about 6 million to 7 million. And we have more guys retiring. So just putting that out there. I don't have anything else. Is Keith or Lauren, anything to add? Anybody else? Oh, go ahead, Keith. I'm sorry.
No, I was just say, next week we'll have the bid opening for the MFT project and then a special counsel for it. There's one other item I asked Kathy to add to that is the resolution for the grant over at that was part of the OSLID program, the outdoor fitness. So there's a $50,000 grant that we'll be passing a resolution for as well. It's non-binding, but that'll be at next Tuesday's meeting as well.
Any other thoughts, questions, or concerns?
So the letting you're talking about is North and K and South Fifth Street?
Correct. Yep. Tuesday morning, 10 o'clock here.
Okay.
And Plan B, if they shut down the plant, we go to Moni to pick it up.
We're going somewhere.
We're going somewhere.
We'll make it.
And we just had a meeting here. We got to get signatures on the Martin Avenue. We're still hoping we can get that done yet this construction season. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. Other than that, anybody else? Okay, we need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, folks. Amanda, we've got a bunch to sign. Put it right with my dad.
Good, good. How you doing?